We're now joined by the president of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, Joe Fiordaliso. Mr. President, good to see you.
Good to see you, Steve. Thank you.
Joe, listen, we're taping in the middle of May. This will be seen after that. When it comes to the question of energy and COVID-19, make that connection for everyone.
Well, energy obviously has to continue, and we're working full speed ahead at the BPU to ensure the fact that everyone still has safe, reliable service during this time. One thing that has slowed down a bit is some of our renewable energy, but the wheels are still turning, and our utilities have been more than cooperative also in really volunteering initially.
What do you mean volunteering?
Not to shut anyone off if they can't make their payments because they're unemployed. You know, with 30 plus million people out of work, there are going to be situations where folks just can't pay their utility bill. And the utilities have been more than cooperative, whether we're talking about the electric utilities, the gas utilities, the water utilities, telecom, they're all joining together to help folks get through this time insofar as the financial impact of it.
Let me ask you this, President Fiordaliso. We're actually involved in a public awareness initiative around the Clean Energy Program. The Clean Energy Program is part of the BPU. First of all, what is the Clean Energy Program? It obviously is connected to the effort to make sure that we're using certain kind of energy that helps and does not hurt the environment. But obviously, COVID-19 affects that. Is the Clean Energy Program on hold?
No, not at all. Clean Energy Office is a part of the Board of Public Utilities. Back in the late 1990s, the legislature deemed the Board of Public Utilities to house the Clean Energy Office. And ever since then, we have promoted clean energy through our policies, through our actions, through grants, through loans, and so on. And the program is vast. And Governor Murphy is probably one of the few governors, if not the only one, to campaign on a 100% carbon neutral environment by 2050, which is fantastic. And
it hasn't changed.
It has not changed at all. No, sir. We are still moving full speed ahead.
Connect this for us, Joe. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's one of the things about technology.
I know.
There's a lot of innovation going on, but there's a timing issue too. Pick up your point. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, we have a wide variety of programs, which we'll probably get into later if you want me to. And whether we're talking about wind, whether we're talking about solar, whether we're talking about energy efficiency, whether we're talking about
solar. Talk about solar.
Let's talk about solar. Back in the early 2000s, we had very few solar installations in the state of New Jersey. And when the Clean Energy Office was developed, one of the main focuses at that time was to build a solar industry. Today, we have over 7,000 people employed in the solar industry, and we have in excess of 130,000 solar installations. We initiated a community solar pilot program, which is geared toward low and moderate income people. And this is part, again, of the governor's initiative, Steve, of environmental justice. Everyone has to be involved in the green energy revolution. If we're going to mitigate the effects of climate change, everyone in the state of New Jersey has to have at least the opportunity to participate in that revolution and shouldn't be shut out because of their economic standing. So community solar is a very important aspect. We're committed to a vital, aggressive, and healthy solar industry in the state of New Jersey.
And by the way, you can check on our website our team will put it up at steveadubato.org for all of our programs. But the initiative that we're involved in terms of public awareness about clean energy is right there. So check it out. I want to follow up on this point. We are, as I said, taping this program in mid-May. There are some people who, because we're so consumed by COVID-19, so consumed by public health and doing what we need to do, and we'll date ourselves, this program will be seen after. But I want to be clear, President Fiordaliso, other issues like energy independence, clean energy, infrastructure issues, those issues, not to mention the fiscal issues in the state, a range of others, education. They don't stop. They just don't stop. Go ahead.
No, they don't. And as I said before, the wheels keep turning. We're developing, in conjunction again with our utilities, a energy efficiency program, which should be have its audition very, very shortly. Again, the cheapest energy is the energy you don't use. So energy efficiency is a part of this total energy policy and cornerstone. We talk about offshore wind. We continue to progress with our offshore wind. We have 1,100 megawatts that was awarded.
What does that mean? I'm sorry, Joe, for translate that 1,100 megawatts for those who don't.
It would probably, offshore wind would probably service over 1 million residents.
A million.
A million.
But go back for a second. I needed to clarify something in the beginning. President Fiordaliso, the Board of Public Utilities regulates not just the utilities, but it regulates a whole range of other industries. Real quick, could you do that? You regulate whom?
Okay, we regulate the electric companies, the public services, JCP&Ls, Atlantic City Electric, Rockland Electric, the gas companies, New Jersey Natural, South Jersey Industries, Elizabethtown Gas, et cetera.
What about telecom?
Yes, to a very small extent. Most of that, Steve, has been taken over by the FCC. Okay. Primarily, the only oversight that we have as far as telecom is concerned is customer assistance and customer complaints, which we get. And we also regulate the investor-owned water companies and so on. So we have, in addition to our regulatory responsibilities, we have the Office of Clean Energy.
Got 1 minute left. President, what do you want to say to all folks in New Jersey? There are surrounding areas seeing us as well, as it relates to, quote, dare I say, our energy future moving forward during and post COVID-19?
We all have an obligation to be a part of the green revolution that's occurring. Climate change is real, and you and I, Steve, may not see the traumatic effects of climate change, but our children and our grandchildren and subsequent generations will. We have a moral obligation, in my opinion, to do everything we possibly can to mitigate the effects of climate change. So look on our website, see how you can participate.
Say what the website is, Joe?
Yeah, NewJerseyCleanEnergy.com.
NewJerseyCleanEnergy.com.
Right, NJCleanEnergy.com.
President Joe Fiordaliso of the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities, I want to thank you for joining us remotely. We look forward to seeing you back in the studio soon. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you so much, Steve, for having me.
I'm Steve Adubato. We'll catch you next time.
State of Affairs with Steve Adubato is a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation. Funding has been provided by Delta Dental of New Jersey, TD Bank, New Jersey Sharing Network, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, GIBBONS PC, Georgian Court University, PSE&G, and by Choose New Jersey. Promotional support provided by ROINJ and by New Jersey Globe.